Hi guys, welcome to the Off the Script podcast with your host.
Script podcast. Oh, everybody's doing it. There we go.
Go on, sorry, do it.
Yeah, you've been replaced. Big germ sold dog.
I hope you're paying. I hope you're paying rent. You better be.
No, go on, do it.
Yeah, so as everyone's probably seen, Jack is now a resident here on Off the Script and has been on for the past how many? Have you been on for, Jack, now?
3. This is
will
the
be
fourth
the third.
one.
This will be
Your
the third.
Hey, Jack's a resident on about 5 different podcasts.
Yeah,
Just
He is, yeah. He's an
contact me, it's
pod slag.
contact.
Yeah, it's good, man. It brings
Branching.
yeah.
bring more stuff to your social media.
It's a big audience, you know, branching out. You slag. Anyway.
Love it.
Not denying it.
Right. How is everyone doing anyway? Who's
Smashing.
smashing?
I always
To
smash
meet
the
you,
light.
Josh. This is the first time I've met Joshua as well, and I've got high expectations already because you smashed a what was
Ring light. Well, it's I don't know. It stands fucked. I've done something to it. I like using it for my check-ins because it just lights up one side of me. Because otherwise, like half of me looks fucked.
yeah.
It's like half of me looks fucked, and I look at these photos and I go, "Fucking hell, I look shit." And I get a message back from Jordan. He goes, "Yo, your front double bicep like looks really good," and you're like, "Fuck me, I only get a few compliments off this bloke, so it's all right." And
That was me whenever I did check-in pictures in prep last year, because the lighting in the gym, because I for a while I took them exclusively in the gym, and it was always in the same spot, and the light would just fall on one side, and on that one side of my body I'd look fucking sick, and then I'd look soft as pig shit. So
yeah, fucking hell.
I just look shit from both sides.
Could get a special lighting.
Are you expecting the sympathy vote now off that, are you? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, no you don't, Christian. No you don't.
Thanks, Jack.
Love
No,
it.
you don't. Seriously, you don't. So.
Thanks, babe.
it's gotten very quiet. Joe, take the lead.
No, I'm just curious as to what everyone's been up to in the last, say, 3 days, because if we do any more, we'll be here for like 40 minutes. So,
Trust
Christian,
me.
let's have a catch-up, mate. How you been?
Yeah, can't complain. Busy. Yeah, that's about it, man. Nothing's really changed. I can't wait for the gym to open.
Cool fucking story.
So obviously you have the gymnasium de Chapman at the moment.
Yes.
When gyms reopen, you are immediately back there? Or?
It depends on the rules. I saw George put something about this on one of his Q&As, with one of his dumb questions he gets from all his dumb followers.
The John Gill question.
Not the dumbest followers.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed.
Yeah, George, who follows you, mate? Like,
I don't know. Where do these people come from? Like, do I attract that type of person? It fucking does me head in because I feel like a mug. I feel like a twat. Like fucking wanking. Wank whenever you want, innit?
oh, mate, that was great.
What's that about? Like, oh, it did my head in that. And I just said, look, mate, I have a wank before I go to bed. You know, I can't do it first thing in the morning because it affects my performance in the gym and I can't be bothered.
What you're saying really is you're having a wank after this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Nice.
Or maybe that's why he was 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
I wasn't 15 minutes late. I was on time.
But yeah, no. So everyone listening, wank after a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just out of interest, boys.
Oh,
Just out of interest, boys. When do you wank? Like, do you do it in the morning? Do
All
you do
the
it before you go to bed?
I'll be honest. I can't remember
Usually in the
last time.
morning.
It's different. It's different, mate. You're in a surplus of calories and you start banging a bit of test, mate. Sex drive goes through the roof. And you're at home all day. Fucking, it's nuts. You're smashing the missus in and then you'll have a wank when you take her to work.
I actually can't imagine what you're like on a heavy cycle because the way you are.
Just very horny. Just a pet.
Like a dog.
Yeah, like a dog in heat. Really bad. Like, really bad. I just fucking, you know, I mean, we have our own place, so it's just like, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck it. I'm going to have a wank. Going to get it going. And I'm all right. And then I can go train at like R3 and fucking PB. Fucking laughing. You know what I mean? Sit there, smash a wank out, pick the missus up, have the pre-workout meal, and then go to the gym and fucking like squat the heaviest I've ever squatted in my life. It's amazing. The source changes it all. I mean, I am selling it really bad, so I am just being a bit of a dick here. Because someone will be like, "Oh my god, you're such a fucking moron." Come on, lads. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, like that is a side effect, isn't it? I can wank when I want, like, all the time.
You're really selling it to me, honestly.
It's bad. It's accelerated another level.
God, why am I
I'm immediately purchasing it after this podcast.
It's all right. We'll sort you out, Jack. We'll get you on the sauce.
What about everyone else?
We jumped in over Christian's answer.
Yeah.
Basically, I was going to say, George, you'd said it. If my gym that I want to go to is doing hour time slots, then I'm going to fucking train at home.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep at home because I've got more than enough stuff there. I don't think the gym that I want to start training at is going to do that. I think it's going to be a capacity thing. But because obviously from working from home, I can train whatever time, so I'll just go when it's least busy.
Yeah.
And it's a new gym as well.
Is that the new Foundry? Is that the new Foundry?
Yeah, West Brom. My mate owns it now. That one.
Pav boy.
Yeah. And I know he's put some fucking good kit in there.
Yeah.
Pre-core hack being one of them. I love
He's a good guy, so I like Pav.
Yeah, he's a really nice lad. So I want to go there just to see. It's probably an extra 10 minutes than my normal gym, but
yeah,
that doesn't really matter. Although the fuel
worth it.
I don't know any gyms that are doing the hour time slots myself, but I mean the gym that I go to,
commercial gyms.
Oh, is it? When the gym I go to, they're like, well, everyone who's carried on paying their membership throughout COVID, like they're taking like everyone who's a member, but they're not taking any new members on after when the gym's open. It's like sign up now. You confirmed a slot. We're not doing time slots. We're not doing capacity because like basically they'll have their limit, and it'd be like it's a big gym as well, and they sorted it out. Like they've moved, like, put a load of new equipment in where it's like I called it the Ultraflex effect, where it's like one room side of the gym's legs, the next thing is chest, arms, and shit, and then shoulders, fucking hell, and the next bit's like back and that. You know what I mean? And you got some basic deadlift, etc., like platforms. But they've done that's really good. But then there is another gym where it is actually where they have done where I help out that he wants to do limited spaces, but he doesn't have enough members anyway. So he doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the majority of like independent gyms who are just going to say fuck it to the time slot rule because like financially, especially after this like hiatus of gyms, they're just not going to financially be able to support themselves if they do.
And realistically, is someone going to be going around policing that?
Yeah. How are you going to do that?
If you're a couple of people over, are they going to come in and be like, oh well, you're getting done for this?
Yeah,
that's probably not going to happen.
I was thinking earlier because they were on about they live in Ireland. If they come over, they can come over here fine. But if they go back to Ireland, they have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. Who's monitoring that?
Yeah.
Just go back and do what you fucking want, man.
That's true. You can't exactly like how are you policing this? Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it. It's going to be interesting starting back. I'm not going to be I'm going to be training early mornings if I start back at a gym. So like 6 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Oh, that's late, mate.
Lying, mate.
Jack.
That's a liar, mate.
That's when my gym's open. What do you want from me? We can't all be Jack.
I'm not a fan, mate. I'm not a fan of it. Don't worry. It just needs must at the moment.
Aye, yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Right,
so I'll just have like a early morning training session and just like slam back plenty of carbs before I go to sleep. But it's gonna be weird starting back, as I think everyone will agree.
I can't wait for a Smith machine, man. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the last thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I don't know why I was. I keep thinking about it. I'm like, Smith machine, man.
Do you know what I think it is? I think it's like the little things, right? Even the pieces of kit which you don't necessarily like a lot. You've not had it for that long, and you've started to think it's going to be good. You start.
That's a good thing that is. Anyway, what piece of kit is everybody missing the most?
Leg press
or hack squat.
Yeah,
a good hack.
Probably those two.
Hammer row for me.
And Smith machine, apparently.
I quite like V squat as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, V squat.
Probably hack squat for me, because where I'm training now doesn't have a hack squat. But I won't be doing, I don't know, fuck knows when I'll be doing hack squats again. Hopefully soon.
Yeah.
But I fucked myself up on a leg press. So I do like the leg press at the other gym, but it's the same 45-degree angle, but it's harder. But I've got a bit
Josh,
with the leg press.
How's things going since you've popped some fibers, as they say?
Man, fuck knows what I did. I couldn't even walk on it when I did it. I generally thought I fucked myself. Like, has anyone else fucked yourself up pretty bad? I mean, Jack, you've had a few injuries, didn't you?
But what did you do? Where was it?
So 45-degree angle leg press, right, coming down. Right, so basically first working set, I loaded it up. I had 420 on there. First time I hit 420, so I was like, sweet. 9 plates, added it on, sweet. Come down, first rep, controlled, lovely. Second rep, and I bring him real low. And then the third one, come down, and I heard pop and bang. I was like, shit. It literally forced it up, and I got up, and I was like, something's wrong. Tried to put weight on my leg, and the pain in my hip, pulling up, felt like someone was pulling. Pulling the muscle up like that, like pulling it.
So, what, at the top of your hip?
Yeah, very top, like not on the quad at all. On the top, right on the top of the hip. Like I got bruising all there where it is now.
Yeah.
What I quite often find is if I'm loading a leg press up to a weight I haven't done before, almost through like nerves or like a bit of anxiousness, I like confine myself a lot. And a lot of pressure goes through my hips. As opposed to when I'm a bit more relaxed, it's a lot more motion through the knees and it's a lot smoother. So potentially you were like braced in really hard and a lot of strain was going through your hips maybe, but it's all right now, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to train legs yesterday. I was going to do push yesterday anyway when I did push, but like every time I walk a little bit, I'll feel that pain in there. But like it's so much lighter than it was. But then I thought, what's the point of going in, getting underneath the Smith, squatting, and then it going bang, and I'm like proper injury now. That's it. It's your 6 months. It's like for fuck's sake, I can train pull, I can train push fine. I didn't do any hip any loading, any force through the hips or anything. But like I can still progress, on the upper body kind of thing.
Just do isolation stuff for now.
Well, this is what Jordan's talking to me now. Like just before coming, I spoke to Jordan, and he's like, I said, look, I could do a leg extension in no pain, like in this chair. I know I could load up a leg extension, one-legged, and fucking get something on my quad. I could do my hamstrings is fine as well. Like hammies, I could definitely load up seated hamstring, lying hamstring curl. I definitely feel fine on that standing hamstring curl. So I was like, if that's what's pissing me off a little bit more about it, is that I want to do, like, I want to, you know what I mean? You want to get involved, you want to do something.
Yeah.
But so basically we're going to devise a little leg day session for me tomorrow to go in and do.
A softy session, basically.
Yeah, like a fanny boy session. But it'll be brilliant. Like, just feel brilliant. I mean, I've missed one leg session out of this whole thing, It's a bit, nothing to cry about. And it's not even that bad of an injury. I mean, at the start of lockdown, I popped a few fibres in my chest at the start. But, like, I popped a few fibres and I felt it as I come down. I fucking felt it. Back up, and I said, Chanel, I think I've done something a little bit, but it wasn't anything bad. Next session, I'm back straight on it. It's fine. But I don't know. It's something a little bit extra over there. It pissed me off. And
does anyone else laugh when people say pop some fibres?
Yeah.
I like saying it.
You're coached by JP.
He should like paint words and phrases because there are so many of them.
Yeah. That's who fucking said it though. That's what he told me.
I know, that's what he said.
Put it on a shirt.
He emailed me going, I think he's popped a few fibres, mate. And I'm like, all right, makes me feel a lot better. And then, but the thing is, the best thing I did, I rang my chiro up and I was like, mate, because he's like, he's big on me, and he's like, he goes, I rang him, he goes, I'm at my house, come see me now. I said, wicked, like, and this is 8 o'clock at night after I've fucking walked around for 20 minutes, just hobbling around, fretting, throwing fucking my earphones at the wall, just being a twat. It's just because you think the worst.
Yeah.
Like I fucking managed to drive around there. Him and his missus picked me up, getting me in there, and he did like 2 hours of work on it. So we're like 10 o'clock now, and I'm fucking shattered. And he did some needling on it as well. So I was like, okay, it can't be like a big tear. I think you wouldn't be able to put a needle in it.
Yeah.
And anyway, I walked out of there, and I was like, fucking hell, it's not that bad, is it? I'm walking out. But I think the best thing I did was literally got seen straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away got seen. And yeah, so just staying on top of it. And the thing is, the biggest thing is I was meant to see, well, he rang me and he was like, before that leg on that same day, he goes, oh, can you see me today? And I was like, I was busy doing something. I was like, oh, sorry, mate, I can't. Well, I could have sacked it off. And he was like, oh, just be careful. And I thought, for fuck's sake, the day he says, just be careful. I fucked myself up.
Yeah.
He jinxed me, you old bastard.
How often do you actually have therapy done?
I like to see him like fortnightly, just to go thorough, get some stuff done. Like ever since I did my chest, like going to see him, just getting stuff sorted, I've just found it better to stay on top of it. I mean, he doesn't charge a lot. It's like, I mean, plus a mate's with him at 35 quid. So if you think about it, £70 a month for just like, if I went and saw him that day, most likely wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
For the sake of 70 quid in my progress, it's fuck all, innit?
Yeah.
Plus it's your livelihood as well.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to fuck. Do you know what I mean? And plus,
you can't put a price on like health and like.
No, I mean, anyone listening to this who's like just starting off, you don't need to go. You've got no muscle to fucking even get sorted. Do you know what I mean? I've actually built a significant amount of muscle. Like, I'm being serious, I built a significant amount of muscle that I can actually get a tear now. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's probably completely wrong, complete bro science.
Yeah.
You're like happy with it. You're pleased.
Well, no. It's like I've actually got some muscle for it to go boom or something actually come off. You know.
It makes a loud noise now. If I tear it.
Yeah, there's actually something there. It's not just fucking bone and fucking bits and bobs. Fuck knows.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I vented my shit now. I vented myself. Feels good. Coming in.
Who's venting? Who else wants to vent?
Who needs to vent?
I don't know. Could have
As a mini cut, George.
Oh yeah, George.
Yeah. Mini cut. Yeah, it's going well. I'm about 15 pounds down now in scale weight. Started to feel it a little bit. You know, you start like just looking a little bit flat, a little bit shit. Like I mentioned in my latest YouTube video, how just don't like the way I look. Like I look at myself and just think, man, just fucking awful.
Yeah, but George, I'll interrupt you there and say when I didn't read the caption before I saw your pictures on the post on Instagram, and I thought the side chest you put up, that's the best it's ever looked on you.
Yeah, for sure.
By a mile. Yeah. And then I saw the caption and I was like, I don't know about that.
George, I messaged you straight away, mate, when you put those pictures up. You look sick, man.
Yeah, it's a good
appreciate
look.
it. I think my legs are a little bit downsized because I've been doing a lot of barbell.
That's the same with everyone back home, I think. Yeah. Everyone that's training at home is suffered in legs department. But that will come up very quickly, I think. Yeah. You know, so.
Yeah.
And it's going okay. Like arm days on my rest days, just little 35-minute supersets, you know. That's been the biggest game changer.
I'm looking at the pictures now, man. You look sick,
it's
man.
Sick. They look good.
You don't have I think I said this to you before, like you haven't got like a lagging body. I think you've got like everything.
You just need more everywhere.
Yeah, just need more everything. But like I think you look so much heavier than you are.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm only low 70 kilos or something like that. 73 kilos.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
I'm 160 pounds right now. Keep in mind, I'm 5'6".
Bro, I don't think of myself as like. I don't feel like it looks like I've got 50 pounds on you at all. I think you've got more
the pound for pound king of natty bodybuilding.
It just goes to show that bodybuilding. It just goes to show that bodybuilding's illusion. You know, like me, I have really short limbs. My arms. A lot of people think my arms are really big. They're not. It's just because my limbs are really short, and it just looks like I've got bigger arms than what it is. And
me bastard. Yeah. You've got fucking orangutan arms. It's terrible.
It's just how it is, you know. And I mean, like arm days and stuff like that. Like we mentioned beforehand, I don't know if they're bigger at the moment. They just look fuller compared to when I wasn't doing my arm days. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing them.
Talking of big arms, fucking GingerJosh, man.
Yeah.
Biceps are sick.
Fucking
got some guns on him.
It's all that though. The triceps are all wanking.
I'll wait with both arms, you see.
So Josh, you don't have an arm day, do you?
No.
Okay.
Just
wanks.
Really good peak.
Just wank, yeah. No.
Just-
We do arms on pull and push. What did he say? I missed that.
Carry on.
So yeah, we just do arms on pull and push. But like my triceps and stuff, that's the first thing Jordan said. Like when I got fucking lean, I remember he's like, send me a video of you posing. So I sent him a video in the gym and I was like, loads of noise. And he was like, oh, fucking hell, your triceps are crazy. And I was like, well, they must be all right then, money. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, should I thank my mum and dad? He goes, yes. Joke. But yeah, no, that's just some weird genetic, innit? Like people say that some people just have genetically like just have
massive cut.
Big, you know, you see some guys and their fucking biceps are huge, just like too big for their fucking when they're a junior, just like huge arms. You think, fuck.
You see those like middle-aged women who just have massive ballsack calves.
Ballsack calves, yeah.
In their life.
But no, it's one of those ones. But no, I don't. Going back to like arm days and stuff. No, we don't have an arm day. But like I'm big on like I don't. There's 100 ways to skin a cat, and there's no wrong or right way. I've always said. Well, I haven't always said it, but I've just said it in my videos. So it said, it's a game of no rules. It's a sport of no rules. There is no wrong or right way to do it. George is doing arm days. His arms are blowing up. I don't do an arm day. My arms are like probably in proportion with my body. Probably not my tricep, but yeah, well they're not then, are they? But fuck they. But do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones. But yeah, I don't know with the tricep growth. Fuck knows. I haven't stuck a needle in it or anything.
Well, so what's your secret?
That's it. Well, my mate, I tell you right. So I was like, I was to my mate, oh, can you pin me? Can you do my rear delt? Right. I'll say it on here. Fuck it. Right. Yeah. Can you pin me? Really hygienic in the gym toilet. So I go to him. Right. So I go to him. Oh, can you do my rear delt? He goes, no, do your tricep. I said, don't fucking stick that shit in my tricep.
Yeah.
I was like, you might fuck it up. Do you know what I mean? They're the money maker right there. You know what I mean? That's the freak show. So
mate, you don't want it going wrong in your tricep.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
fucking hell, it hurts.
Taking it, I don't know, fucking it going all wrong or something. I mean, there's enough meat on there, but like I speak to some lads and they're like, oh yeah, I fucking like this is gym bro speak and it's not good. You don't do it, whatever. But this guy goes to me, yeah.
Disclaimer.
I put it in the fucking. When you've worked at a fucking meter gym for a long time, you hear kinds of shit stories. He goes, yeah, I did it in my bicep. And you're like, what? Yeah. You're like, did it in my bicep? He's like, yeah. He's like, I did this, got my arm, tensed it, and I fucking went bang. I was like, oh my God. I was like, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Everyone now, just tense your bicep. If you're watching this, tense your fucking arm. And just imagine, like, you've all had a shot when you're little, put in a fucking needle. By the way, he told me he used to blue an inch and a half. I was like, your arms aren't big enough for that. But he fucking said he did it. And I thought, fuck me. I thought, that's just terrible. That's awful, isn't it? That made my fucking... Oh, anyway, yeah. I don't know where we got onto this from talking about arm days, but we did.
Yeah.
Oh, well. X-rated. You can say this one's X-rated.
Yeah.
I think with arm days, what I've done differently compared to what I usually would do is I'm doing a keefy and I'm doing arms every single day right now. Like I'm doing upper lower body sessions at the moment. So in my lower, I'll literally do a rest pause set for biceps. That's all I do. In my upper sessions, I'll obviously do a lot of compound work for triceps. I'll do like a dip mainly. And I'll do like a superset of something like a tricep press down at the end with biceps. And then I'm doing an arm day on top of that. So I'm hitting biceps every single day. So my volume must be, I would say, up 20, maybe 20, up to 25 sets per week. And I seem to be recovering. And they seem to be responding quite well. And I used to never train arms really. I used to do a little bit on push. But instead of focusing on like with the isolation work, I used to be progressive, like getting stronger. And I finished that isolation. I didn't feel it. So now what I do is a lot of like 10 to 20 rep range stuff. And on my arm days, it's just a case of I don't even logbook. It's a case of just chasing the pump, getting a good pump. Yeah. You know, I'm doing blood flow restriction training. I'm finishing. My arms look fucking swole. I'm like really like full, and they just look fuller in the t-shirt. They look fuller, and when I just look at myself in the mirror, you know. So
I just don't think I could. I don't think I could physically do an arm day. I'd be I think, depressed going into the session. I couldn't. I hate when people say this. I couldn't get after it, bro. I couldn't. But I do more arms now because my arms aren't amazing. Like you just said, I just put more in my days. That's it. But I couldn't do an arm day. I'd be so bored.
George,
luckily, go on.
Can I ask you, so, well, obviously, when you were pushing for the body weight, did everything else grow though? Like, is it back, shoulders, arms, everything else sort of grow proportionally while doing the arm day? Do you feel that way?
I think, I mean, my arms on contest prep, they just look really small and stringy. And my rear shots is something which I really wanted to bring up because I've never really been a big hip hinger. Like, the most I've ever deadlifted is like 170. So I think one of the biggest improvements is probably my rear. It's still a weakness for me, but just getting better on my hip hinges. And when I do my rear double, like my arms in a rear double just look thicker. They just look thicker. And that's what I wanted in my rear double because they just looked a little bit stringy. On prep, I had my separation, you know, I had striations in my triceps and stuff like that, but they just look really, really small. The main focus being the hip hinges for me, bringing those up. And
I can't pull from the floor, George. I'm shit at pulling from the floor. RDL, like starting from a rack, but pulling from the floor is just a different game for me. I can't.
It is different gravy.
I haven't pulled from the floor since 2018.
I think for me, conventional deadlifts are. I break down very easily. Like going back to that starting position, I break down so easily. But out the whole entire freestyle, I've done stiff legs, RDLs, and the conventional. The stiff leg is just so fluent for me because all I need to remember is just keep my hips up and just pull.
Yeah,
and that's my preferred one right now.
I swear, I've been like prioritizing RDL since the end of the diet, and I swear it's from actually like fixing the form and making sure I'm actually targeting my hamstrings, what I'm meant to be doing. My hamstring shit. So I can see that they've literally got bigger, like during this time, and literally I think from RDLing, and I am going to BB tomorrow, 5 plates tomorrow morning.
After that,
fucking the boots.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm in a position where now the bro in me could say start doing conventionals again when gyms open, because before gyms closed, I pulled 210 comfortably. So I thought if I could do that for at least one rep, I have a shot of actually getting some good numbers here.
Yeah.
And I've had access to 190 kg and load this whole time. So I think it's going to be fairly easy for me to, in a gym, get back to that very quickly. So I feel like after, when gyms open, I'll be in a position where I can actually set some goals and maybe be a bit of a keefy, if I can be, a 6'1" keefy, and try and pull some big numbers.
Yeah, fuck it. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
No,
with my deadlifting, I'm above the knee. Like the lockout is just, I'm so weak at that. Really weak. Every time I do conventional, get it to my knee, but past that, it'd be these kind of fucking grinding, shaking like I'm fucking gonna snap me fucking vertebrae. Just, yeah. So with the stiff legs and implementing the RDLs, getting stronger. Hopefully next time round I'll go back, because I normally rotate between the whole three, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, once I start stalling on one, I'll go back to another one.
Okay.
So hopefully when I do conventional, I might see some progress above the knee from doing the RDLs and the stiff legs, hopefully.
That's quite interesting. So you've stalled on those, like, you've properly stalled, because to be honest, right, I've only, since the off-season training plan Jordan gave me of more is less in like November 2018, we've only swapped movements out because of injury. I'm still rack pulling, and it's just progressing to getting stronger. Like, I haven't had to swap anything out. Like, that's one thing I'm big on. Like, I will get fucking everything out of a rack pull before we change it for like a pull off the floor.
Rinse the shit out of it.
Like, demasculate me big time though, because I'll go from fucking, I'm working my way up to 6 plates. I mean, but yeah, for a rep, for like, that's reps of 8 to 10. But then when it stalls, and I'm fucking, hopefully I want to get like, of course I want to get to like 7 plates, etc. Ridiculous numbers. And then when it stalls and he goes, right, do fucking pull it from the floor, it's going to go back down to like 4 plates. I'm going, fuck's sake. fucking proper demasculate me.
My general rule of thumb when it comes to like a rotation is, okay, if I stalled in that particular movement, same reps, same weight for about 3 sessions, then my first thing I would look to do is, right, okay, am I going to increase the loading? You know, try something a little bit new. Or what I'll do is, if that doesn't work and I just keep going backwards, I'll just rotate it out. Because I do believe you do bury a movement in the ground. And when you kind of bury it in the ground, I just think there's no point doing it. If you just keep going backwards on a movement and, yeah, you're enjoying it, great, it's one of your favorite movements, but you're going backwards. That's not progression. You need to constantly go forwards. And if it's like longer than 3 or 4 sessions.
I've never really had to add that yet. You know, early doors for me, though. Early doors, you know.
Oh, lost
Jack.
He did like what I said.
He
was like, fuck off, I don't listen to George's shit.
Probably jumped on someone else's podcast now. We'll be backing off for now.
Yeah.
He loves it.
He's got a show face.
Yeah, I'm a Dorian's man when it comes to hip hinging. I like Dorian style deadlift, so it's not really ideal, you know, but a slight bend of the knee when you're dropping down. Fucking brilliant. I love it. Here he is. He's back.
You're right, Jack.
That looks
fucking Zoom all the time, man. Every podcast, it will always log me out at least once. I don't get it.
Fucking Zoom.
Because you're on it 24/7.
Their profits are going to go fucking straight down as soon as normality's resumed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking, I forgot. I didn't even think about that. Like,
it's the best thing that's ever happened to them, though. I heard, I heard the figures on like how much profit they've made. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I bet. So. I was just thinking about this the other day. Imagine being that one fucker who invested in stocks for toilet paper or for Zoom or any of that shit. Can you imagine how well they did during this time? If it was like, oh, fuck it, toilet paper, go on then. Actually invested like 100 quid in that, and then you just like 1,000% increase in stock. And you're suddenly actually balling, and you've got a lot of money off of the back of that. That's crazy.
Sure, it'll be all wicked, wouldn't it? Fuck your job off and just use it for growth hormone and get massive.
What's pissed me off right now is on the 24th, whatever, introducing the masks. You know, it's compulsory.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Do that 4 months ago, you fucking wankers. What's that about?
I think
it's only in shops as well. It's only in supermarkets.
Yeah, I think that's mainly to try and stop a second wave of it. But at the same time, it's fucking dumb.
It's
embarrassing. This country's a joke. Absolutely embarrassing.
Thing is,
we're so behind the ball.
Go out and source your own fucking mask. I was like to my missus, what, are they going to send them in the post to us? Like this?
No, Josh, just get them from Ultimate Fitness.
No, I'm pretty
sure. It's true.
Yeah, but if you've got to go out and buy the masks, how are you going to go and buy the masks if you haven't got a mask on?
Yeah, it's true.
Whoever owns these fucking designer masks, mate, they're fucking smashing it out as well.
Yeah.
I found one today, which I think I'm going to buy, which just says loads of fuck offs on it.
Yes,
nice.
Brilliant one.
But I do need one in 3 weeks' time because I'm going away, so I'm going to need it for the airport.
You're off to Vienna, are you?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
say hello to Kevin for us.
Aye, yeah.
Yes, I'll say hello.
Yeah.
Sick, man.
Don't think to say hello like that in Austria.
Oh no!
Mate, guess how much the fucking flight was?
How much?
26 quid return.
26.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but I've had to pay for a bag because I always go over prepared. But that was only 40 quid, so it was 66 quid return.
That's disgusting. That's like a fucking train ticket.
The baggage was more than the flight.
Is that from Birmingham as well?
I pay more for that to go to my mum's house for the weekend to visit.
She gave birth to you, you arrogant bastard. Now shut the fuck up.
Shit. Jesus.
Sick, man. I just can't wait for Dash Gym again. Fuck, that place is so sick.
I really want to go. We were talking to Kevin about it. And...
Yeah. Kevin was saying Top Gym's good over there as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to visit that. But the guy who lives there, who I'm going to stay with, he's like done an itinerary of like the whole 6 days of places we've got to visit. So I think Top Gym's on there, so that'd be good.
Apparently, so I just checked the Vienna flights. It could be a return of, it could be 37 quid return as of June next year. Still.
Wow.
If everything stays the same as it is now. So there you go. Get your cheap.
If you pay for that now, surely they're not going to. That's the price you got it for, isn't it?
That's it. You paid that much. Yeah.
Can't go on holiday though. I've got to get massive.
No, I'm going to be getting massive out there. The amount of gear that Tom's got in his house, great.
Just fucking does a load there because he can't bring it back.
Good stuff. What do you do when you go away?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't gone away since fucking start prep. Like
he doesn't. Yeah.
I don't. Literally, at the minute, it's just full blown. I mean, we'll have the whole thing of COVID because I'm getting married in December, so it's like.
I can't imagine you getting married, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a fucking kilt as well. I'm not even Scottish, but half my family is.
You look it.
Take the bride. Yeah, I fucking do. All right.
Just gonna wear it. But I'm wearing the red one that's like a Englishman can wear. I don't know. Don't tell me about it. She's real smart with that. Me, and just fucking. If it's not muscles or fucking most musculars, I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, but we are looking to go on a honeymoon. But then like this whole thing's going off, so we don't know like what's going on. We are going to have one, and I'll just have some time, chill time, and get fat for a little bit. You know, give a week, just get a little fat. Probably have a little break, and then just straight back on it. But then, you know, right now, we're young and stuff. I can have my holidays once I've done what I wanted to do. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That's the best thing about with my missus and that. She's so understandable about it, and everything she does is like a lot she does is to support me.
Yeah, I can imagine that because she puts up with you. Fucking hell.
I think she's got to live with me as well. But deal with my farts, my wanking in the toilet secretly. Can't keep up, mate. She's not on the sauce. She doesn't know what she's missing. I'm joking.
Cleans your crusty fucking top.
I'm going to have to put a little video disclaimer at the start of this. You know, don't do any of this in this video.
Unfiltered.
Everything in this video is 100% advised.
If you was making money from this, you wouldn't. This would be demonetized
straight away.
You've got no chance of making money from this.
So many swear words. Yeah. Sex, wanking. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's something else every time.
What people want it?
So Tiger Balm lube. Was that on last?
Yeah. Everyone seemed to enjoy that one.
I swear you asked me a question like that though about Obus oil up the bum.
Wait, what?
I
found me out.
Sunday. So if anyone's got what's a question, ask me on a Sunday because I'll answer it. Right? Some of them are just like weird stuff, and like you get about 20 bots send you a message like, "Love your profile." Oh, like you've got a massive knob, and you're like, yeah, "I know, just thanks." You don't need to tell me in a question. Just shit like that. You know the ones, or like bulk farmer, 50% off goods. You just
bulk farmer, man.
What the fuck is this? I'm getting my fucking questions, and then there's like someone who actually wants to know something. He's like sitting there, like wondering, scared as fuck. Like, do I want my oats? And I'll wait for his response, and I've got to deal with bulk farmer first. Can't remember. Hey, anyway, we're talking about the Oversoul. So look, it was like Oversoul up the arse, or something with Tiger Balm and knob. It's crazy. There's that. What's the stuff Jordan uses? Apparently that's bad shit. Does anyone use? How do you say?
Quang Loon.
Quang Loon.
Yeah. Quang Loon. Yeah.
Apparently that's because I spoke to Dan. Dan said apparently it's fucking like wasabi badass. It's like next level to Tiger Balm. Has anyone used that?
No.
Well, I'm not on your dick. I mean, fucking hell, man. I mean, like, on your elbows and stuff, a bit sore.
I've never personally. I've used Tiger Balm, but never gone beyond that really.
I don't know. What does Jack think? Jack's really smart. Jack. What's your... He's sitting there sleeping. He's fucking asleep. He's done about 20 podcasts today. He's fucking having a day off. Look, have you ever
been up since fucking 3 o'clock?
He doesn't know what podcast he's on.
Fucking hell.
They all mould into one.
Do you use Tiger Balm or like Quang Loon or oil on joints, etc.?
Nah. Touch wood, my joints have always been pretty good. I don't know whether that's just a mixture of luck there is a genetic component in there as well. Like, I've always been very resilient to, even though I've copped a fair few injuries, I haven't really had, a lot of them were from rugby. So like training wise, I haven't had an awful lot. So I think genetically I'm, but like I had elbow issues last year, but a lot of that was related to my shoulder. So I bought Support Max joint, and I was going to use, because like, the reviews on that are really good. I bought it, but then in my head I thought, like, most of the stuff that's in there is just anti-inflammatory. So if you've got a joint issue, you're going to take something which is going to take away the sort of pain and the inflammation, but it's not going to take away what's causing the issue in the first place.
Yeah.
So if my shoulder is causing my elbow to be fucked, I can take all these anti-inflammatories and I won't feel it and it won't be painful anymore. That still doesn't mean when I'm doing triceps, I'm not ruining my elbow still. It just means it's not painful. So I took it upon myself to get the shoulder sorted, and in the end I didn't even use it, so I still have a full tub. But I'm keeping it in for a reserve just in case. So that's one thing I would say. Like, if you do have joint issues, yes, you can take things to support it, but potentially look at why you have it. Obviously, if you're putting heavy loads through a joint, ultimately there are going to be issues with it. But there might be, like, I'd get pain doing like 5 kilo dumbbell curls. So like brush like.
What was it? So was it like tendonitis, or what sort of pain are you talking?
It was golfers. So inside,
okay,
on the inside, like I couldn't even brush my teeth. But like it got fixed in a couple of weeks. It wasn't bad. It's just because my shoulder doesn't sit properly. So if that's not sitting properly, the elbow doesn't hinge properly. So it's slightly off. So by being slightly off, it puts a lot of stress to it. That's all. But yeah, I don't use any of that.
You don't use a joint pad at all?
Like no joint formula really or anything. No.
I use a joint pad. I use that trained by JP join in. That's fucking shit up. But I don't use it for that. Like, oh, I've got a pain. Because what you said then is probably a really good thing. Like you said, oh, if you've got a pain, you take it. You're sort of just masking the problem. You're not doing anything. Yeah.
It's actually working the issue.
Like a joint powder. Like, let's say you're a really fucking, when you've done, like, what my leg day one is hack squats, or like at the minute it was Smith squats, and then leg press. So like after that day, I'll feel like my knees will be sort of like radiating with just sort of like not like sore, but like radiating. The inflammation is sort of like that, the point where you put your covers over you and that part of the bed's fucking extra hot. That kind of shit. Like the next morning, they'll still be hot. So I'll take the joint in, and the joint in sort of like just takes that edge off it, if you know what I mean. That's not like masking anything. Well, I don't think now you're making me think I'm masking me pain and my knees are going to fall. I'm still going to take it. I feel like I'm doing something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the takeaway from that is, you can use like whatever remedies you want, but also, like Jack says, I think you just need to get looked at.
Yeah, try and find the root of the cause. Yeah.
A big thing as well is like your choice of exercises and the order of exercises. So when I was like growing up training, I was heavily influenced by John Meadows and like all the mountain dog training stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, the first rule that he always preaches is like the first exercise you do isn't something that's like really stressful on the joints. So you don't if you're doing a push session, you don't bench press first. You do something that's a little bit easier. So you might go into like a dumbbell press.
Yeah.
Like you always do hamstring curls before a leg session, like always. Yeah. So it was just little things like that. And I think that's potentially why, like, you might limit your loading a little bit on the next exercise. Like by the time I go into a compound on leg day, I've been in for like an hour and a half, So, because I've done like 3 isolations before I'm doing a compound. Yeah. So like potentially that might be something, the exercise order you do. If you go in straight away and you do like a heavy compound and your joints aren't warm, that might be an issue. But
do you think it's a case of like needing to do, so like you said, like you do hamstring curls before you go into like any like big leg movement, or arm movement, whatever. Do you think you could get away with just doing like potentiation and activating So,
as in not doing like a working set on
so
the
not
exercise.
necessarily, not actually necessarily doing the big like working set movement, like doing a top set on.
So essentially just warming up on the exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do, but then at the same time, if you're gonna be on the machine, you might as well do maybe one working set.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah.
So
You want to get into some questions?
yeah, I was gonna say go into questions because otherwise this will go on.
We'll be here all day, mate. I'm the worst for it. Talking too long. Fuck me.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I talk so
I'll
much.
start one off then.
Everyone's talk so much.
Right, from Zachariah. Train in a pure gym for the rest of your life, or only train in women's GymShark kit?
Fucking hell. GymShark kit.
GymShark leggings, all right.
GymShark.
Can you see me in
man.
fucking GymShark kit? I'd look fucking.
Get a nice little pattern down the side. You know, happy days.
Fucking, I feel offended. I'd look sick. I'd be wearing those fucking nice ones. I'd be wearing those ones that show your ass off. I'd make sure I'd walk in the gym with fucking half a lob on, so my knob looks huge. And then I'll just be like walking around wearing a little sports bra, hitting most musculars. Just go behind, fucking them up.
They give you like the GymShark leggings for women. They give them like a butt lift as well, don't they?
Yeah, I could do with that.
One would just be looking peachy, wouldn't we?
Awesome.
Aggie ass Christian.
Some still win.
Hamstrings on it as well. You just drop in. Your hamstrings would look sick. You'd be, yeah, look at that, mate. Fucking sick, bro.
George, didn't you previously get loads of abuse for talking out on Pure Gym?
Yeah, so I made a video on YouTube, didn't think it'd do well, ended up getting like 50,000 views, and people just fucking slating me, saying, most people train at your gym are bigger than you, death threats to my family, hoping I'll get cancer and shit like that. I'm
surely
thinking,
these people don't actually think Pure Gym is like a good gym. Like,
tell me the worst fucking piece of kit in there is that bloody leg press, the Matrix leg press, or Mac, whatever you call it.
Fucking shit.
Fucking
also, I'm convinced that I'm convinced all the Pure Gym plates as well, just while we're on the topic, are like 10 kg instead of 20 kg. They're not whatever they say.
No.
Like I could like max out their fucking incline press for chest in that gym, and I look like a fucking animal. It's like I'm doing
incline press for chest. We didn't even have one of them at ours.
Fucking
the Birmingham one, mate. They're a bit more upmarket, clearly.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna go for a piss. Ask another question.
Right, I've got one here from Callum McCurry. Any advice from the two enhanced athletes to the two natties?
What? Stuff about his heart?
And is that vice versa as well, or?
Yeah, let's do both. I don't feel like I need to give any advice because I don't believe George or Jack are dumb as shit. If they're going to do it, they're going to do it fucking properly, and they're going to seek help and guidance that they need.
Is it that we think of them to look out for?
Sorry, what? Who said what?
First, Jack.
No, I was going to say, so are you presuming that that's related to the use of anabolics? Like, or was it just in general? I don't know. But
I'm going to guess with anabolics.
Let's say yes, because that's a juicy question. I agree with Christian. I believe you wouldn't be an idiot. But I'd just say start low, get the most out of what you can. Your eating and training's on point, so you're in a great position to start.
See, that's the main reason why I don't jump on, because I would not be using the least at the start.
The thing
if I'm jumping on, I am doing everything to be the best, immediately.
The thing is, though, you'll see blokes who do that, and they don't look any better than the guy who does just 250, 250 mil a week as his first cycle. Then the guy who jumps on fucking everything, who doesn't know how many milligrams he's taking, he goes, "Oh, I'll take 3 mil of this, 4 mil of this," and he's on.
The people that measure in mil and not milligrams.
Yeah. All they don't know how many milligrams they're on.
Yeah.
When you ask them the question, and all what happens to these people is that they just get more bloated and hold more water. You look at someone and you look like you could when someone has that bad, they could pop their heads with a pin, like they get so bloated in the face.
It's like the Michelin Man.
Josh, I don't know if you get it, mate, but the amount of people that come to me and say, like, asking for advice, I've been taking this, this, and this. And I say, okay, well, how much milligram of that? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? I'm like, you are retarded then. I'm not going to
on Instagram, the weirdest thing is, like, I'm friends with Dan, and Dan gets a lot of stuff. Yeah. I don't get a lot of people ask me questions about gear.
They're probably thinking,
I'm always, fucking maybe they do, but like, they're all, I never get people, like, in the gym, I do, like, face to face, which is usually the opposite with a lot of people. Most people don't say anything, and then Instagram, they're all, you know, asking you questions, but not really, not huge amount. Like, I've had a few people here and there just say, like, just ask me personally what I'm doing. And if you ask me in a DM, I'll do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to post, I'm not going to make a YouTube video and go, right, I'm taking this amount of gear, this amount of gear, this amount of gear. This is my cycle.
You're not going to do a Brandon Arden.
On a podcast, I might talk about it. Well, yeah, I would. Do you know what I mean? Because it's different. It's more of a discussion. I've got Christian here to tell me, all right, that's what you're doing. You guys see it. You can have a discussion about it rather than, because I don't know, George might say this, and I'm sort of just getting into more YouTube and I'm actually really liking it. People will just take things straight away. Like, if I say, oh, I'll take all this gear, people go, oh, it's not all the fucking eating. All these videos are 2 years of him of eating the same thing, you know, not changing his train. Yeah. It's this. It's the fucking 600 milligrams of fucking test. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well,
the cycle's out. The cycle's out.
Not quite.
That's the clickbait.
Yeah, that's half.
Yeah, I was going to say that's half the dose.
I think if anyone was going to like look at starting or wanted advice, what Jack says is you got to nail everything. Perfect example of this. Look what Josh Bridgman did, and he fucking blew up.
Yeah.
Because he was doing everything on point already.
Yeah.
And he used a very little amount to start, and that guy is fucking huge.
Yeah.
I think he's massive.
Yeah.
In person, he's massive.
The difference from when I first saw him in person, I saw him then train at Ultimate Fitness. I was working at Ultimate Fitness at the time last year. I saw him again in the span of like maybe 6 months. Fuck the difference.
Mate, like every picture he puts up now, I'm like, what? Yeah, he's fucking smashed it.
But no, like pretty much, that's what I said, but I just went off on a bit of a rant then. But yeah, it is that, like, if you do just, people who do just jump on all of it, they don't get any more.
No.
You don't get any more. You're not actually, all you're doing is wasting your money and then putting it out.
I think you could say, though, technically, more is more and will give you more if you're doing everything anyway.
I don't know if you.
It can also surely
and all that sort of stuff. I think
surely it can also give you more of everything else that you don't necessarily want. This is a humble natty speaking. But
yes,
like more is more of everything.
Build your cycles up. Like once you've got the most out of 400 milligrams, move on to 450. Once you've got 450,
move on to 1200.
Move to 600. Like once you've
2 grams.
That's how I see it. Like once you've got the most out of, like, let's say first cycle, I've done 250 another test per week. I've maxed that. Next time you jump on, it's 350. Jump that. Don't go right now. I need to add fucking Nandrolone or MPP, and I'm going to do 400. Why do that? Right, when you could get a lot more out of that because you're nailing everything else. That's what a big thing. And then the kid who does do that, is going to make good gains. And then the other guy who goes, fuck it, I'm just going to do 4 minutes, and just tops it all up. He looks like a bloated whale, and he looks shit. And then he hasn't progressed any more than that guy, you know, because that bloke. And then when they're massive, and that bloke's 260, and the other guy's 260, he's doing half the gear he's doing because he didn't push it too early. You see what I mean? So he's got more tools in his locker to do. Do you know what I mean? To pull, and then he goes to 300, and he's pretty healthy. Like regarding being 300 pounds, it's going to pay a toll on your health just being that fucking heavy. Yeah. But he's not doing half the fucking gear Matey Boy's doing. And Matey Boy's fucking, He's struggling to get up to 300, and he's blowing all his tools out of the box. He doesn't know where he's going. He's fucked himself, you know. So that's the way it is. That's the way I see it, anyway. I mean, this is me talking. You know, my opinions might change on this in time to come. I don't know, but this is the way I feel now. Do you know what I mean? So if anyone's taking this literally and is like going to bash me after it if I've got it wrong, do you know what I mean? But I've heard from people who are big, and even Jordan says that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, get the most that you can a little bit and work your way up once you've built muscle, etc. Do you know what I mean? When the demand's there for it.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Sorry to change the subject here. I wanted to answer this question though, because I think I feel sorry for the kid, and I bet most of us have been in this position.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it is a difficult one, I think. Jack, I reckon you as well.
Something to do with a missus, is it?
No. It's more of a family thing.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
It's from Ben. Oh, shall I say his name? I don't know if will he be embarrassed?
Just say
His name's Ben. Bless him.
Yeah.
Hi, mate. Right, mate.
Right.
How to help with getting your family to understand why you won't eat mom's cooked dinner every night, etc. But mate, I think that is an actual.
Yeah,
that's quite a big thing, I think, because mate, when I lived at home, my mum and dad hated that I wouldn't eat with them. They hated it.
Yeah.
And my mum and dad, they don't get it really. This whole thing. Like when I was dieting through lockdown and I was going around the garage in the morning, my dad was like, "You don't look alive." I'm like, "Yeah, that means it's working, Dad." Yeah, my arse, Dad. And they don't really get it. But since diet, I've made it a priority to have a meal with him once a week or something. But I think that is like it's a hard thing for younger people to.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, how do you answer that?
I think. So my 2 cents on this is my experience of that. I think the biggest thing that worked to my benefit with like my family was just keeping them in the loop and actually like exposing them to what I'm doing as much as possible. Because then
like flat out honest and be like, this is my goal, and unfortunately, I don't think
what I got to do.
This isn't going to fit it. So I would try and say to this person, you know, once or twice a week, try and have a meal with them. They're not going to be cooking some sort of horrendously calorific meal, I doubt, you know.
Probably my mum would.
Chicken,
burgers and chips, get it down, yeah.
But
fish fingers and smiles.
Explain it to them, I think would probably be good.
I think it depends how old this lad is. Like,
well, he sounds young with that kind of question.
What I mean, if you're young, like you say, explain to your mum. You know, explain to your mum. Look, if I don't know what I'm putting in my mouth, how do I know that I'm going to lose weight or gain weight? I don't know what you're putting in the food. I need to be in control of it. It's part of the sport. And like, he maybe don't. I don't know if he wants to be a bodybuilder, but I'm coming from a bodybuilder. Like this.
Josh, you probably told your parents, "Fuck off! I'm eating what I want."
Well, like, my mum and dad and that they've never been foodie family. Like as I got older, brother left home. Like it was a case of mum started working really late, would leave the house at 7, wouldn't get back till 8 o'clock in the night, and my dad would cook something, and he'd go, "Oh, Josh, I made you some food." He goes, "Oh, there's some eggs in there. Do you want them?" Like it became and Sunday dinner. We had Sunday dinner, and then when I started diet like bodybuilding, like doing this, there was nothing. I used to work on a Sunday, so it never I never really had too much of an issue. They did get funny about cooking food a lot and stuff. That's when it did get funny, but that's their house, fair enough, and we sorted it out. But coming back to this kid, you know, it's part of the sport. Say, look, it's like matey doing his fucking passing drills in football. You need to know what you're eating, and you need to be in control of that. If you're not in control of that, and you want to be a competitive bodybuilder, you're not doing your passing drills in football. You're not doing what you're meant to be doing. It's like you're down the park kicking the ball against the fucking wall. You're not getting anywhere. So
that's probably the best way.
You got to know what you're doing.
Let's think back.
The people around you need to know what you're doing, don't they?
He's a 16-year-old lad, not competing anytime soon, right? Yes, be in control, but tell your mum what I said, or your version of it. and then go, on a Sunday evening, I'll have Sunday dinner with you.
Yeah.
Right? If you're in a surplus and you build and whatever, right, that's cool. If you're not, then you're going to have to be in control of it, and that's what you got to explain. But obviously, you can explain it's only for a short period of time. When you get back into a surplus, that could be your meal off. If you want a meal off, there you go. But you've got to deal with that. You can't then go, oh, fuck, I want 4 McDonald's with my mates. Well, that's not going to happen. Make that time with your family, because that's what matters big time. You know, your mates should understand that they're your pals.
My opinion's slightly different. I would say I get messages all the time about this. Like, I'm 14. Should I be eating this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, mate, enjoy your life. You're 14. Fucking don't be tracking your food, because as soon as you start track your food, you're not going to ever stop. You know, we all here have, you know, had a pizza in our life or had a meal plan, and we've gone, oh, I wonder what the macros are for this fucking meal. You know, you don't look back. Between the ages of 14 up to even 17, look, I tell people, just enjoy your life, you know, fucking train and just enjoy it. Don't fucking sit there tracking your food and missing out on, oh, I can't do this. I'm 17 and all my mates having, you know, finished like school and they're at a prom, and you're sitting there with your Tupperware and everyone else is having fucking cake or whatever. Enjoy it, because you're so young, you know, like you have so much time with this bodybuilding, and most people, let's be honest, are never going to make it to where they want to be. It is what it is. Enjoy it. You know, I look back at my university days and I was thinking, I sat in my room restricting myself, and I'm in the position I am now, which is great, but I could have done so much more and probably still been in the same exact place I am now. So enjoy it, because I look back at my uni time now, and I think, fuck me, I was young, I had zero responsibilities other than doing uni work, fucking could make mistakes, get away with doing things wrong, and like, you know, at 16 your responsibilities should be low unless you're fucking, don't know, have some drastic life. Your responsibilities are low. Enjoy life. Don't be sitting there on MyFitnessPal trying to go, ooh, if your mum cooks something good, fucking have it. Like in this mini cut phase, my missus, her mum's Moroccan, fucking cooks amazing food.
Oh, mate,
amazing. Moroccan food is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I'm in a mini cut right now, and I think, you know what, it's a mini cut. I don't need to be treating this like a fucking contest prep. You know, I did that the whole in 2019. If Mrs. Mum cooks me food, I'm fucking eating it. I don't give a shit. You know, mini cut, I'll still get to the goal. So yeah, I'm a little bit different. Like,
I think that's fair enough. But if you're 19, 20 years old and you've been training, but you've got a bit of tissue, or like, say somewhere I'm in the position where I am, I'm like similar physique to me, and they're taking the bits and bobs, and then they go, they're going around saying, I want to be a top bodybuilder coming out of England. I want to be in the top 10 of the Mr. O. But they're doing that, like, and they've got, like, come on, you got to be committed. You know what I mean? Until you've sort of there, then you can be a bit more relaxed if you want to be. But for me, it's just different. The hunger's fucking just a different level.
Of course, at 18, 19, you need to grow up. If you're still eating your mummy's food, grow up.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a child anymore. If you're between
14.
I've had clients come to me. They've invested money into this, and they're like, "Oh, by the way, I still eat with my mum." Grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, you can't get to your goal if you're sitting there every night eating with your mum. I don't give a shit. Like, you've invested your hard-earned money from your paper round or whatever into my coaching, and you're sitting there fucking eating mum's food. Like, I don't get it. But when you're young, 14 up to like 17, even 18, whatever, beyond that, grow up. Like, if I sit there and go, "Oh, mummy, what are we having for dinner tonight?" Fuck off.
14, how young you are at 14. Like, some people wouldn't really hit puberty. You know, a couple of kids, I know you might be one of them. A couple of kids are like still like 14 years old. That kid in your ear who still look like year 7. You know what I mean? Some of them, you got to think, and that kind of surprises me that you have those young lads. Like, there was only a handful of people who were like into training when I was that young. I wasn't into it when I was that young. I mean, I didn't step into the gym until I was 19, almost 20. So
I think social media is potentially one of the worst things that has happened to that sort of age, because I tell you what, when I was 15, 16, 17, I wasn't following people that were like mid-20s and like living the lifestyle. I didn't have a clue about that. Like, I knew about the pros and stuff, but I didn't feel like I had to live a life to, like, I would never be asking questions to people like the age I am now. Like, I didn't follow any of them. And I think a lot of these people are influenced so much by these people that, like George said, they're not living their life. Like, I didn't think like I do now at that age. I just trained, enjoyed life, ate really what I wanted, but within reason.
Yeah.
But then where I'm at now, it at the end of the day, you just gotta, like you've all said it, you just gotta explain it to them.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if it's what makes you happy and it's what you want to do, then it's no different to anything else in life. If you've got a big thing that you've got to tell them, that say if you were moving away, you have to move away because for a job, for example, you've got to explain to them. They might not be happy about it at the start, but it's what makes you happy. It's what you have to do. I think my parents know that. They don't agree with it. They don't understand it, but they know that it's what I want to do. So, and ultimately, like, no shit, I'm really selfish. So at the end of the day, I just say, it is what it is. This is what I'm doing. Like, deal with it.
End of the day, your family will hopefully always be there for you.
Yeah.
Whatever you end up doing.
Go for a piss.
Lovely.
I mean, Jack, a lot of people you've probably had in the past, a lot of people slated you for, you know, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning,
Oh, yeah.
you know, sticking to plan, you know, weighing lettuce to the T. A lot of people, you probably get it every single day in DMs, but who gives a fuck? If that's what you want to do,
There'll
who
be
cares,
the people.
man?
There'll be the people when I'm 4% inside out of the.
Yep.
So
Always the case.
you know,
Just
you
do
can't
what
give
you want to do.
one end. But it's like yesterday. Did you see that video I put up of me sawing the wood?
Yeah.
As if I had like 5 DMs and people going, "Oh mate, use a longer stroke. It would help." I'm like,
Fuck off.
Yeah, longest
I don't claim to be.
You didn't tell me how to jerk off, so fuck off.
Those people obviously didn't get the part of the joke as well when I said Top Gunner. I don't know whether it's like a Swansea thing, but the motion of gunning, I don't know, but that's what I was referring to there. But they didn't seem to get that. You wouldn't use long strokes in that scenario, but
What does Top Gunner mean in Swansea?
well, what motion was I?
All right.
You got 2 Bedfordshire boys in here.
Top Gunner sounds like top shagger, top bloke. He's fucking birds up the arse.
I've got loads of questions left, but do you guys want to go first?
No, go on. Ask your questions. Go on.
Right. So we got one from Bradfit UK. Big fan of the podcast. Keep up the good work. Advice on networking within the industry, especially on the natty side.
The natty side's really easy to network in, I think, because no offense, there's less ego, and they almost like, well, not from you two, shut up, you softies, but as in, and then also there's it's almost like a cult. They kind of like group together almost, don't they?
It is a bit of a cult.
Almost like the CrossFit, vegetarian, vegan malarkey. So they try and like group together as much as they can. But in terms of like networking, I'd say never burn bridges. That'd be your first one. Like, some people piss me off on Instagram and whatever, and I could slate them, but I never do, because I'll always, like, if someone asks me a question, I'll always potentially even show interest in them as well. So like ask them more questions, or because you never know where that person may help you out or be of use. So like, for example, now, like, people at the start of lockdown were saying, "Oh, you're so lucky to have a gym. You're so lucky." Well, it came down to the fact that I talk to as many people as I can on social media. If someone like reaches out to me, I always talk to them back. I always like comment on people's stuff, not over the top like certain individuals do on Instagram. I think we all know who they are.
Yeah.
But,
Come on, this is fantastic, bro. Like, on all the famous, Insta-famous people's, like, commenting like Jeremy Brendier's post, like, hot work, mate. What?
Fire emoji.
Yeah, fire emoji. Yeah.
I know Jack. I'm going to text you now. Exactly.
He is a genetic freak, though.
It's actually working, though. That's the annoying thing. It works.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
You know what, Jack? I'm going to text it you now.
Okay.
Hang on.
You know,
I'm going to text
but
you as well.
George knows 100%. But anyway,
I
really like him. So
yeah,
irrespective.
exactly, George.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like, we're going to say networking with people. And like you say, just be, I don't know, like, just talk back to people, treat people the way you...
That's the thing, like, there's a simple rule for this. It's not just in this industry, right? It's the whole fucking thing in life, right? If you don't ask, you don't get. So just reach out to people, say hello.
That's what this
podcast would go nowhere. Yeah, exactly. This podcast would go nowhere if me and Jermaine were just talking shit, because we haven't got the credibility at the moment to run a podcast on our own. So we want to learn from other people that have more experience. That's how
we benefit out of this. Yeah, because we get to talk to you guys here, like what you have and the knowledge you have. And
you must have learned loads of shit, because you've had loads of good, decent, wicked people on here.
They just end up chatting shit because they have people like you on.
No.
I so much agreement with you though. Like we spoke about it a couple of weeks back. Anyway, me and you did, Jack. I think because you exactly what you said. Then I was like, yeah, you said that to me before. Like in the last 6 weeks, as kind of lockdown's kind of easing up a little bit, I've had so many people message me saying, "Oh mate, I own a gym not too far from you. You want to train here? You can train here whenever you want." And I haven't took it upon myself to actually go. And I don't actually know what... I think I really enjoy the garage for a start. And I've made some personal lift goals of the exercises that I can do in there that I want to tick off before. But it's nice. It's really not... I've been very grateful of it. And I was just like, yeah, mate, I really appreciate that. But I think the more you put yourself out there and the nicer you are to people, normally the nicer things happen to you.
Yeah.
Just be nice to people.
Good energy.
My little 2% on this, because I get people who want to collab, bro. Let's do a YouTube video. Okay, let's look at your subscribers. 22 subscribers. Okay, I have 22,000 subscribers. I'm not going to collab with you. You know, I'm on a real note. Like, you have to put in the groundwork. Like, these people come to me and fucking, hey, bro, can we collab? No, put in the groundwork. I've been doing this fucking shit for years. I'll tell them no. I'll say no. I'll be honest. You have to put in the groundwork, and you have to be on not popular. We have to showcase everything on all these platforms, whether it's Snapchat, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube. You have to be consistent. You have to put the groundwork. It's not going to happen overnight.
Show your credibility.
Yeah.
George, would you? I've only got 600 and something subscribers on YouTube. Would you collab with me?
Nah, we're doing none of ya.
Do the groundwork.
Do the groundwork. Get 1,000 first.
Speaking of subscribers, we hit 100 subscribers.
Wicked.
George, you know, after lockdown, can we do one? Like, I'm not doing it to grow my YouTube. I fucking hate doing it. It does my head in.
Really?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
I love doing the YouTube thing. I always think back.
I've touched on it a bit.
But... like 19-year-old me watching like Cannibal Monger and thinking like, I've got to eat 4 Big Mac meals. I'll be
Cannibal Monger.
Yeah, I'll be watching it thinking it's daily as fuck. And then he's not giving any information. And then he's sitting riding around on a fucking scooter or whatever, burning loads of calories. And now I think back and go, like I'm doing a lot of the reason why I do the videos is just to give information to people. Be like, look, I want to be a top bodybuilder and I want to document it so no one can take anything away from me. But also, if 19-year-old me watches these videos, you can look and see what I've done to get where I want to be. You know what I mean? I am not
for sure
doing fucking jet skis, eating 4 Big Mac meals.
George, would you collab with Callum Von Monger?
What's his name? Callum Von Monger. His name. Fucking hell.
There's 2 entirely different conversations going on while you were talking, Joshua.
Oh, sorry, mate. I want to... You got to see... I've said it before in a podcast. I'm a very simple bloke. Probably why bodybuilding works really well for me.
You are simple, mate. You are simple.
That's what's good about you, though. You know.
You got to think Jordan's got it really easy to coach me because he just tells me to do something and I do it because I don't question it. I have never come across. Never thought to. I just thought he knows I'm doing it and it works. Fucking done. You know what I mean?
Josh, well, I've never come across anyone like you in my entire life.
Do you know what the thing is? I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but a lot of people say that.
No, really.
Josh, do you ever have like bad days or like down days?
A little bit.
Where you forgot to put yourself on charge overnight. You're not fucking raging around the place.
The only times I get sad, like, to be honest, is when something real serious happened. Like, serious. You know, I mean, last time I got real sad was when Luke passed away.
Right.
Because I look up to Luke big time, you know. I loved his physique.
Yeah.
He was where I want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I thought I related a lot to him because he was very bubbly in his thing. And I thought, you know what, he's quite bubbly as well. And like, I like that. I like the way he is on the podcast and that. And I like that he lifted there. He was fucking, do you know what I mean? But like, it takes something like that for me to feel a bit down. But then, you know, I things can happen. Like for instance, I'll go on Instagram, and if something I said I feel down, I'll get excited by little things. Like I could be like, you know what I mean? Just get really excited. I don't know. Like Chanel got green beans or something, and I fucking fancied them.
Yeah, as long as they're the Kenyan ones, not Egyptian ones.
Things just got a whole lot better. Do you know what I mean? But like, no. Being serious, I do. Like, yeah, it takes a big thing for me to sort of get a little bit down.
That's a good way to be, though, man.
Yeah. Can we do some more questions?
Yeah, just mute Josh.
From subscribers to fucking how we feel and, you know, don't take life seriously. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What a question.
Congrats on 100 subscribers. They say that your first 100 is the hardest to get, so well done on that.
Thank you, George. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Yeah. Thank you everyone listening and watching.
Best brand of dark chocolate.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. I'd say Limp, but fucking Christian would be
I like Limp.
Christian would be like, nah.
It's too mainstream for Christian.
Yeah, you got to get the American stuff.
I quite like green and blacks.
I've never had. I've got this maple bacon flavoured dark chocolate, and it is insane. But I'm about to.
Man.
But
you can
if you want to get
up your ass.
Good quality, good tasting one in the UK, Aldi. I don't know how it's pronounced. Mosseroff.
Yeah, Mosseroff's nice.
It is really good, actually. To be fair, as like a mainstream one. But Lint is trash, man.
Lint.
Unless it's Lint.
I don't think we need any other opinions on that.
Yeah.
Well, I like dark chocolate, but it's not in the diet, so I haven't had it for years.
Fuck your diet.
That's what it is.
It is what it is.
Finger inside your dick or dick up the arse.
Depends how big the dick is.
When these questions come up, I have to think about my professional future as well.
Yeah,
so I'm a bit dubious to answer them as well.
Jack's got like a fucking job where you say this shit, you lose it.
I'm gonna go in with an answer here.
Yeah.
Because the thought of someone putting a finger down my Jap's eye makes me want to cry, and it hurts thinking about it.
One up the bum doesn't exactly enthuse me. Like I'm not enthusiastic about that either, you know.
Jack, I'm not gonna be willing with this, but I think that would be the better choice.
I'd agree there.
Well,
we also need to know the size of the finger and the pecker.
So, that's very important.
If
it's a finger,
the finger is actually bigger than the pecker. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, if Matey Boy's got a 1-inch wonder, then he's barely getting it in my ass because I've got a massive ass, so he can fuck off. Just touch the surface. It's all right.
I'd say finger up the arse. I'd say knob up the arse because I quite enjoy a finger here and there.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah.
That little grin then.
Getting wanked off with a finger up your arse. Oh,
Jesus.
Come on.
Any lad,
He's extreme.
they don't like a finger up the arse or a tongue in the arsehole, is lying or they haven't had it done right.
I'll get my legs up like this, I do. Like that. Like that.
Like, you know, George has woken up now.
That's it. You got to finger up the arse, and that was it. He was all in.
I'm impressed by that flexibility as well. Fucking hell.
George, I've definitely been in some of them compromised positions, mate. Vulnerable as fuck.
Feel vulnerable, feel a bit dirty, but it's worth it.
Oh, love that.
Next.
Fuck's sake, next.
Go on, Christian.
Mate, I've got no other good ones.
No.
Joshua, you got any?
I had a good one. Here we go. What are your thoughts on the pubs and fast food places opening before the gyms? Big up the beard.
I think this could be a one-word answer. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
You're asking a very specific group of people who would want the gyms open and not want them out.
Yeah, fucking. They should have had the gyms open. The pubs opened. I was fuming.
Yeah.
Bastards. That's what I think. Bastards.
Yeah. Bastards.
Yeah, what do you think we're going to
We've
say?
got one
yeah,
for
it's gonna
Jack.
be the pub's open. Fucking hell.
Got to change your scenery. I didn't know
We
you.
got one for Jack
Go on then.
from Johnny Reed.
Okay.
No, wait for it. Go on.
Can't say it. Did the BPN sales pitch work? Were the bitches frothing up the gash?
Wait, what?
Did
What? Sorry.
Did any of you see this? So the boys on the podcast basically outed me in front of, I can't remember which bodybuilder it was. Oh, it was Dean White, I think.
Oh.
They outed me, basically told the whole of, we haven't got many subscribers, but they basically told all the viewers I haven't had a shag in 2 years. Just put it out there to everyone. And the awkward silence, I was just like, oh, all right then.
Jesus.
At the moment, the sort of advert and all the work the boys did hasn't resulted in anything yet.
Damn.
That's all I can say.
you
We've
mainly
got
get-
a 20% female demographic, so
Oh.
good luck to you, Jack.
Fucking hell.
That's right.
That 20%, she's in there, mate. Get in his DMs.
If there's a girl willing to watch this, she's willing to get on with Jack.
Spend a night with the bird.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Go on,
What does everyone think of HD Muscle fucking and the brand sponsoring everyone? What's everyone's
They're
thought? It's
just-
like another BPI,
Absolute-
or whatever.
It's another Redcon, what they did before. So if everyone remembers when Redcon first started up,
They started
They
the
were-
operator.
Yeah.
they had
system.
all these operators, didn't they?
Yeah.
The brand got out there massively,
Yeah.
and then I don't think there's a single tier operator anymore. Like,
I don't know. I just see. They sponsored a few good athletes though, like Phoebe, the teeny girl coming out of England. I feel like it's good. Like I speak to
Good.
Max. Like
Is it?
they're supporting her. They're supporting what's his name, Mark Hector. I mean,
There's some good people, but then there's also Brandon Harding.
Yeah.
yeah, but and
Shout out Brandon, by the way.
everyone else.
Yeah,
I don't know about everyone else, but like I all I've seen is a brand come in and actually support some fucking like bodybuilders and giving them a chance. Like when I spoke to Max, they're gonna pay for her to get to her competitions. Like they're gonna help her pay, like like an athlete should. And I think that's fucking amazing. And that's
They're a good company though. Like their products are actually good. It's just I think they're just doing it intelligently and basically using a lot of people to get their name out. It's not rocket
What they're
science.
doing,
I mean, this is
what they're doing is very smart. They're speculating to accumulating. They're going to be spending dough the first 2 years just to get the business, like everyone to know who they are, and they're doing that by supporting people that have got a big following.
Yeah, but
So
are they supporting them? Are they supporting them, or are they just saying you can put this in your bio? I bet you they're not getting jack shit.
No,
Yeah.
but I think
Unless I sign a contract.
Good, like Phoebe Hagen,
Yeah, good.
who else? Mark Hector,
Mark,
all that sort of stuff.
Quinton, those guys.
Yeah,
Mm.
but the average Joes that are getting use my code, because there is a lot of that ran by me. Like some people that they're nobodies.
All right, I didn't know that, but all I saw was a company coming in and instead of going to like the bloody, do you know what I mean? Like they're supporting bodybuilders to help them, and I like that. I like to see that. Do you know what I mean? A company come in and actually support fucking bodybuilders.
I think it's
want to be to the top.
at the end of the day, this isn't like the first time this has happened. This is like like most supplement companies have had this strategy for years. It's nothing new. But I had friends when I was like 16, 17 who were like doing signing up for like a tier operator or like to have a little link in their bio for 10% off, whatever. It's not new. I don't necessarily agree with it, but it's definitely not like a new thing, is it?
Definitely works.
For me, in my opinion, I think it's unattractive to me because
Same.
I don't know. I don't think he won't mind me saying this, but Stephen Physiques, he's doing a competition, and the winner of that will be a sponsored HD muscle athlete. And in my opinion, that could be some fucking random person that doesn't post, doesn't do anything. What is going to happen in a couple of months' time? They're going to fuck him off. And for me, that's not quality. Like, I don't want that as a company. So for me, if HD Muscle said to me now, look, we'll sponsor you, I wouldn't be interested because they have there's far bigger people out there that will do a better job. And for me, I won't get much out of it. So yeah, I think.
Yeah. It's almost the sort of credibility and honor of getting sponsored that because they're throwing them around, it doesn't mean anything.
It holds no value.
Yeah.
There's no value. Yeah.
But as a company, I think they're good though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
From
that.
a business perspective, it's fucking fantastic, but it depends where your like moral values lie as a customer. So like our integrity, we're probably not gonna.
I haven't seen any of their actual like product ingredients or anything, so I don't even know. But if Thorburn says it's good, then I can believe that.
They're good.
No, like I said, I like when a company comes in and supports competitive bodybuilders and is giving them contracts and salary, salary paid money. I like that. I think that's supporting the sport and giving the athletes what they fucking deserve, especially when someone's put a good graft in. Like someone like Mark Hector, like let's be honest, in a couple of years' time, he's going to be fucking deadly. You know what I mean? Look how round he is. He couldn't have come in.
The difference from
deadly motherfucker.
This
You know
year
what I mean?
to last year is insane.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So it's just not just like that. Just the way he pops, he flows. He's brilliant in it. But when we talk competitive bodybuilding, and to see someone like him, who's grafted to see where he's got to get. I don't know what his fucking thing is, but I presume he is. If Phoebe is, he's on a salary paid and going to get some exposure, and they're gonna promote him. That's brilliant. I love that. They're going to help him get to the stage, and whenever he's prepping, whatever show he's doing, I love that. I think that's brilliant. I think that's a fucking good job. You know.
Yeah. So I've actually got a question I have that's in the same vein as that. Is what company would you like to get sponsored by and why? Obviously, some of you have already got sponsors.
So myself and George are in a very good position in regards that we have. No, it's different.
I'm joking.
So myself and George are with a company that obviously sells a wide range of supplements. So that's why it was really appealing for myself in the fact that I can use the best from each company. So I think because what I see from loads of pros that are sponsored by one company, they'll even admit it themselves that they use other companies' products, but they can't say a word about it.
Yeah.
So I think even if you were sponsored by a big company, you'd still be using loads of other products anyway. But I don't know if I could say one company. I don't. There's a company in the States called Morphogen. Have you ever heard of them?
Austin Stout.
Like the quality of their products, I'd say potentially them. But I'd also potentially be inclined to say Foresight Nutrition, obviously. But no, the Morphogen stuff's insane. It's just incredibly expensive. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But I don't know. What about Christian? You're sort of tied down.
To be honest,
as a whole, like for every single product, you can't really beat Strom.
That is the thing.
You've got everything.
He's got everything, and I use everything. And if I didn't, he's not going to kick up a fuss. Like actually, I tell you one thing I don't use: Glycomax. I don't use it because I don't need to. It'd just be taking it for the sake of taking it. Okay. I don't need lower blood sugar because it's already fucking low.
Do you ever use it when you get heavy or?
Yeah, I have used it before when I was heavy. But if you're using PEDs, you're probably going to use something that's more potent. But anyway, to be honest, and the thing is, you know, when you say, people, they can't say that they use other things. Like, Rick doesn't care. Like, if I post about something else I'm using, because that's being honest and real. Like, the thing is, you know, that Perform Whey, I buy it off him. So he knows I fucking use it, but I do use Velocity more. But I really like that Perform because some of the flavours are banging. But he doesn't. If someone sent me a pre to try, I'm gonna post it on my story. He won't kick up a fuss. Which is what's good about him, to be fair. And he doesn't ever say.
It shows the owner's got confidence in his own products as well.
Yeah,
so,
that's why he doesn't do discount codes.
Takes big balls.
Discount the product.
Drum's products though are fucking pucker. Like it's straight to the point. Do you know what I mean? Like with the stuff, it's like what you need. And I know that he said in the stories that a lot of the stuff he's made because some like the stuff he needed when he was like strongman, bodybuilding, etc.
Like that.
Yeah, I like that product, but I hate it. Some of the people that like are recommending it, putting like, lower back pumps. Shut up! You're 150 pounds soaking wet, you flannel.
Yeah. I mean,
lower back pumps. Girls as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut up! Just drink a glass of water and put some salt in it. Shut up.
Fucking works though, and it tastes banging.
Yeah, but I'm saying for some people that are recommending it.
Yeah.
Like,
one company I really like is Nova Farm. So they do MD Pre. They do the EAAs, which are one of the best EAAs I've ever used. And also the Nova Pump Neuro. I don't know if they do any proteins or anything like that, but the panels are always solid. The products work. Like MV3 is one of the best pre-workouts I've used to date. I don't know if they do any other products at all, but they have solid stuff. So
something good with that. Joe coaches like their sales director out in the States, and he keeps messaging me and Joe like, "I'm gonna hook you up with like a big package shipment or something." Man, bring it on, because mate, I've used MV Pre and it blows your fucking wig off.
It does if you use 2 scoops as well.
Fuck it, I remember that.
You were the first one to message me about that.
Yeah, that was so funny.
700 milligrams of caffeine, just whoosh.
Okay, no. I haven't had caffeine in 15 weeks.
Cool. Is that like no pre-workout or?
No pre-workouts, no coffees. If I have fizzy drinks, I'll have only 7-Up and Fanta because it has no caffeine in it at all.
Is that like a permanent thing then, or?
At the moment, yeah, because I don't need it. I can still have fucking great sessions without it. Like for me, it's more of a like people wake up first thing in the morning and they need a coffee. No, you don't. You really don't. It's just in your head. You've got a routine of having it, and I can just go cold turkey, and I'm just perfectly fine without it. And for me now, when it comes to actually using a pre, I'll be able to use tiny amount and get so much benefit from it. And obviously I'm mini cutting right now, and my appetite's getting a little bit higher. That's something obviously I can look to introduce for an appetite suppressant. And when I need a bit of a kick up the arse, I can use half a scoop of MV Pre. I'll probably be off my tits. So it's more of a mindset thing. Because on prep I use a lot of stims. You know, your Himbine, pre-workouts, things like that. So I was stimmed out of my head, and it became a routine for me to have it every single fucking session. When I went cold turkey on it, I was all right, and I don't need it ever since, you know. So stick to the non-stims.
That's interesting.
We all know Josh would want to be sponsored by HD Muscle now after his pet period. I've got to think. So like, I'd have to be in the position to be sponsored though. Like, do you know what I mean? To be a big motherfucker. You know, just be like, Jesus Christ, this kid, he's going to be fucking a dangerous motherfucker. Like, but I like Redcon because I like the way they promote their athletes and stuff as well. And I do enjoy MRE and Isotope.
Yeah.
As a brand, Redcon is great.
But the way they treat their athletes, like, I'm coming from a way like of being treated as a competitive athlete, you know, proper, not going to be shit on, or do you know what I mean? You're a dumb bodybuilder. prick. It's like you're treated as an athlete.
Yeah.
And I like that.
We've all seen the videos of Aaron Singerman like flying out his athletes in a jet and shit like that. Like,
not just that, it's the way he's like, right, yeah, like, I'll sort you out. You got the gym, you get your training, stuff like that. And the thing is, that's like, you watch some of the videos, like he wants to be in there training with you. You could tell if you went, come on, Azza, let's go for a fucking leg session. I'm gonna fuck you up on the hack squat. I'm gonna
he'd go.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna get you doing. How many plates are you doing? Like 4. I'm gonna get you doing 6. You fucking prick. Do you know what I mean? Get him on there like that. And he'd love it, and he'd be like, fucking, this is wicked. He'd be like, yeah, you're going to get massive now. Come make a post-workout meal. And he'd be like, fuck me, you're going to eat all this food? You're like, yeah, come on, get it down, you lad. And then, like, stuff like that. He would love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I like.
I got a nice question that we can close on.
Ooh.
So, mushy peas versus curry sauce.
Curry sauce.
Curry sauce all day.
Yeah, all day.
On chips, yeah? Like a fish and chip.
Yeah.
You'd have to say curry sauce.
Yeah.
I'd rather baked beans, though.
I'd rather KFC gravy.
KFC gravy is good.
What a fucking
Where's the gravy?
ketchup. Ketchup. I'll make my own fucking meals. I'll be like, I don't want your curry sauce or your fucking mushy peas. Give me my fucking ketchup. Give me the full sugar one because it's a cheap meal. And I've been off tits all night because I'd had sugar. But making Chanel you know what I mean?
You want to have some Adderall, mate? You're off your head, son.
Not another level.
Get the Ritalin out. Get the Ritalin out.
Ritalin, yeah. Sort me out. Someone calm me down. She'll pump me. I won't know it's happening. She'll jab me one of those fucking, with it lit like she'd melt it down, fucking boom, like that.
Roofies.
What's that? Or,
Imagine you on a roofie. You'd just be like a normal person.
yeah, just be
Joshua, it's 8 p.m. and I feel like I've just bombed back a scoop and I'm about to go train.
Yeah.
fucking ready.
Sensory overload. Christian, you didn't say curry sauce or mushy peas, did you?
Curry sauce.
Curry sauce, okay.
I
Well,
fucking hate any kind of peas, mate.
we all agree then.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Do you want to do the
Hey.
the last, like the...
That?
Do you want to do the death row meal?
Oh yeah, we'll ask Ginger Josh because he's the only one who ain't been on before. You got 3 meals, Josh, full course, 3-course meal. What you having? Why?
What, death row?
Yeah.
Fuck me, mate.
I know what we'd have. Fucking Greek yogurt, pre-bed, scoop of protein, fucking almond butter.
And you got to make sure he eats out of his childish-looking plates.
Oh, yeah. My mum's fucking old plates. They're sick.
Fucking hell. I look at them, I think, what the fuck is that?
Oh, mate, I get the thing is, I don't get comments on like, oh, mate, I'm thinking about taking juice. What should I do? I get comments.
Josh, you're about to die. Fucking get on with it, will you?
Oh yeah. Right, starters. No. What's a start? Oh, some garlic bread or something like that. Like that shit. Bang it in. Nice one. Smash it in. Boom. That'd be good. Probably there's some chicken wings on the side of that. I can have them. Spicy ones. Fucking smash them in. Then I'd have probably a fucking, like a Five Guys style burger and chips. But like 2 burgers because I'm fucking getting massive. I'm going to look pumped before I die. I want to get chaired or some shit like that in front of people. And then to finish it off, I'm having Ben & Jerry's, what's it called? The fudge brownie one.
Yeah.
Banging it in with like a couple of cookies. And then I'd have a fucking be pumped as fuck. And then I'd be able to fuck the chair up, mate. You don't want to do it see me on a cookie. Next level, mate. No, yeah, that would be it.
Because they couldn't give you an injection because you just fight it off.
Yeah, mate, you know what I mean? I'd be like, hopefully by the time I'd be 300 pounds, so they'd be like, yeah, he's too big to fit on the chair.
Fuck's sake.
You know what I mean? Boom, done. Yeah, so that'd be it if you got there, if you wrote them down.
Oh, one more question because I just got sent through. Dicks for fingers or vagina for ears?
Oh, imagine getting fucked.
Mate, give me these cocks, mate. I would be.
No, they say I said this last time, didn't I, Jack? I said fingers on the cocks for fingers.
Cocks for fingers.
Dan came up with the thing that every time you wanted to press something or open a door, you'd have to get a hard on.
Oh.
That's,
Good point.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, you'd be fucking.
Cook hands.
Fucking hell, George.
George.
You'd be the guy.
There's no people watching audio, not fucking video.
Yeah, but then you could be like this.
Just diddle yourself. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I think actually, vaginas for ears, to be fair.
Definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to listen to anyone's fucking bollocks then, would I?
Go for dick fingers.
I'm still going with dick fingers. George's knife. Right.
Fucking hell.
Fuck me.
Yeah, this has been one hell of a roller coaster. Fuck
What a
me.
fucking nightmare this has been. This has been great. Right.
Everyone's gonna love it.
You want to plug your socials?
Go on, Josh.
Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry, I was daydreaming then. I was just looking at like what's going on.
We had
Well,
a moment of silence then.
yeah, there you go. We had a moment of silence. Yeah, if you want to follow me, Ginger Training, getmassive.com, and on YouTube, Ginger Training. Yeah.
Cool.
Christian.
Coached by Christian on Instagram and Christian Chapman on YouTube. Trying to be like George. To George, to be fair, do you remember when I was doing it a lot and I was just messaging you like, mate, how do I do this?
Yeah, fuck
I'm
it.
so shit at it, mate.
You need to upload more, mate. That's what I would say.
Yeah, well, I've got
well.
Hey, I did one yesterday.
Yeah, no, but before that,
Have you watched this yet? Yes or no?
classic.
Have you
That
watched?
works though.
Yeah.
I haven't watched. I will watch yours tonight. I promise.
Yeah, you will, mate, and you'll tag me in your fucking story. All right.
So you can hit all my followers.
Yeah, I can't wait for all the fucking questions.
Bro, when do you fucking wake, bro? My socials. Oh, Jack God. Save till best of last.
You fucking wait, George. You've
That's why I
built your
was
fucking
that's why I was
audience up
waiting,
enough.
Well, fuck it.
You know the drill. Jack_Thorburn. That's it. I'm not cool enough for YouTube yet, so.
Jack, I'd pay to see a day in the life.
Yeah,
I would.
I honestly would do YouTube, but I can't think about it.
Yeah.
If any kid gets hold of that, like if they can dig up an 8-year-old clip of me on Snog marrying a void, they're gonna find me on YouTube, aren't they? So so just Jack_Thorburn on Instagram.
Jack's Instagram is great because I know what he does every single day. I know what it's going to be every single day. But guess what? I still watch it. Watch it.
Same, yeah.
But, mate, I just wait for the day where something goes wrong and it's the best.
I left my phone. I had my this is a while ago. I left my phone in my car when I was getting a V8. When I was getting it MOT'd. I left my phone in the car and I went to work, and I was like, I can't post my meals. I was like, shit, can't post my meals. And I don't think I've ever felt so stressed in my life. But
Fuck, can't take a picture of the meal. It's gonna impact the fucking digestion.
Realistically, all I have to do is keep a picture of the meal on my phone and just repeat, share it again.
No, but you do it raw, bro.
I know that you do that as well.
No, I don't, man.
Because I'm like, mate, he wasn't there like 2 minutes ago, and then your pre-workout meal is at home pictured. And I'm like,
No, that's different. I take a picture of my pre-workout before I go to work. Yeah, I do that because it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing if I'm sat like in a staff room with just a Tupperware of it. Looks better when you got all the ingredients lined up.
I'm just gutted.
Anyway, George, plug yourself.
Can't wait to see your 353 oats in the morning before your pre-workout. I love that.
Hey,
anyway,
man, look, I've already taken
break it up, but I have no idea how you do that. But fair play to you,
George. Plug yourself. Jesus.
George Osborne 12 on George Osborne 12 on Instagram and YouTube is George Osborne. I'm not that dickhead that is an MP. He's a cunt. I'm not him.
Yeah, different one.
The proper George Osborne.
Yeah, proper George Osborne. Thank you guys for coming on. And thank you guys at home for listening. Like, comment, tag us, share us, all that good shit. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
See you later, dudes.